Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Madam, and I'm coming back to you once again. This is an update about the person that was on Family Feud, and he made a very not funny joke about his wife in marriage. So, he's being charged with her murder, and this is the update. I did a video on it previously, and I will link it in the description as well as the article right there and all of the details. Side note though, I did a video yesterday about Rihanna and her being pregnant and her being in the club with her child's father. And I guess some people didn't agree with me about that, but I want people to keep in mind that this is public opinion, okay? Regardless of what I say or what anybody else says. Uh, She's a grown, capable woman. I'm pretty sure she would not go to any establishment, whether it be bar, club, lounge, you know, music awards, movie awards, etc., and not have the proper security in place. That's one. Second of all, what you see is unfit for a person of her stature or any person in her position does not necessarily mean that's going to sway her opinion, okay? Um, at the end of the day, we can all say what we want to say. However, she's going to do what she wants, okay? So it's just opinions. Don't get in your fee-fees about an opinion, okay? Don't let it mess up your day. Don't let it, be the center point or the focus point of just because you disagree with it. Like like water, let it roll off your back, okay? With that being said, it says Family Feud star faces trial for allegedly shooting wife to death years after joke about marriage on show. This is done by the Independent, and it says a Family Feud participant is facing trial in Illinois for allegedly breaking into his estranged wife's home and fatally shooting her in a vicious attack. Tim Bleachnick, age 39, is charged with first-degree murder and home invasion in connection with the violent death of his 41-year-old wife, Becky Bleachnick. Investigators say the couple was going through a contentious divorce that was in its final stages at the time of Bleaknick's fatal shooting on the 23rd of February. During the ongoing murder trial at the Adams County Courthouse in Quincy, prosecutors have presented evidence and witness testimony that they said proved Mr. Bleaknick uh, pried open his wife's second-story window with a crowbar before shooting her 14 times, KHQA reports. The tragedy comes nearly 3 years after Mr. Bleaknick made an ominous joke during the appearance at ABC's Family Feud, answering a question by host Steve Harvey what his worst mistake had been on his wedding night. Mr. Bleaknick said that it was saying I do. The answer was second on the board. Now, the alleged murderer is facing between 45 years to life in prison if convicted for the shooting of his wife and the mother of his 3 children. In an obituary for Bleaknick, she is described as a compassionate and generous mother who had found her true calling in nursing. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Ms. Bleaknick was a travel nurse at the Northwest Regional Medical Center and Hannibal Region Hospital in Missouri. Loved ones first became concerned about Bleaknick's failure to pick up her sons from school. Her body was found on the floor in the bathroom of her home with a towel underneath. Bleakniff was left terrified, bleeding, and alone after the fatal attack, prosecutors said on the first day of the trial on Monday. In March, the Quincy Police Department served a search warrant at Mr. Bleakniff's home. At the time, he denied any involvement with the crime and said through an attorney that he was surprised authorities didn't show up at the door sooner. Given the circumstances, it is not surprising that the search warrant was issued and executed, the attorney told local news outlets, Muddy River News. My only surprise is that it took this long to do. It is just as important that QPD conduct such an investigation to rule Tim out, as a suspect so that investigative efforts can be spent elsewhere. Mr. Bleakniff had since entered a non-guilty plea. Prosecutors have revealed during the first week of the trial that they found chilling searches on how to wash off gunpowder, average police response time, and how to open a door with a crowbar. DNA from the crime scene also linked Mr. Bleakniff to the crime scene, according to prosecutors. Adams County Assistant State's Attorney Josh Jones told a jury of 6 women and 6 men the shell casings found in Mr. Bleakniff's basement matched the casings that were found near his wife's body. Crime scene investigators also reported found Mr. Bleakniff's DNA in a Audi bag found at her husband's home. The couple had filed for divorce in early 2021, court filings show. Mr. Jones said during open arguments, Mr. Bleakniff had reportedly told his slain wife that she would not get his money. The prosecutors also told jurors that Mr. Bleakniff had texted a friend before her death that if anything happened to her, she had texted someone. If anything should happen to her, her husband was behind it. Mr. Bleakniff's body, was found by her father, William Posty. Before discovering the gruesome scene, Mr. Posty said that his son-in-law texted asking him to check if Bleakniff was going to pick up the children. Bleakniff's boyfriend, Ted Johnson, also took the stand on Tuesday, testifying for the prosecution. Mr. Jones said that Bleakniff was looking forward to having his difficult divorce finalized. Sarah Riley's Bleakniff's sister claimed that Bleakniff had first wanted to remain married to Mr. Bleakniff for their 3 children, but in the months leading up to her death had become afraid for her life. If something ever happens to me, make sure the number one person of interest is Tim. I am putting this in writing that I am fearful he will somehow harm me, Bleakniff reportedly texted her sister in 2021. And that is the end of the article. This is the woman in question and her sons. Very, very tragic story. I guess you could say it was foreseen. If you go and look at the clip is widely available on YouTube and other outlets. You can definitely go check that out. Actually, in the first video that I did for this story, I did link the clip in there, so you might want to go and check that out. It was very foretelling what was to become of the situation, and it's just tragic. A lot of times people, when they go through divorces or any type of dispute, it's usually about money, or some type of betrayal or anything like that. Insert your favorite topic, but mainly money. The thing about that, you can't take it with you. I mean, it's money. All money is. Look, listen. Money is money. Money is a paper with serial numbers and deceased presidents on it, as far as I'm concerned. That's just my opinion. Everybody needs it because socially and globally it is accepted as payment. However, will it bring you happy? Not long term. Will it improve your life? Most definitely. Will it put you in a position to afford things that you normally could not afford? Of course. However, in the long term of it, does it truly bring you happiness? Um, or, some people may use it as a tactic to hurt their spouse, or, given the fact that they had 3 children together, I don't really think that he thought about that. Um, you know, we live in a pretty sick world, and sadly, this is one case of a person's quote unquote uh, path for destruction to harm another person when they could have just simply walked away. Yeah, you might have been a couple of $1,000s less, you know what I'm saying? Or, you may have had a minor lifestyle change. Who knows this person's finances? I'm speculating. But at the end of the day, both parties would have been happier, and, the wife would have still been alive, and the 3 sons would have never lost their mother. Which is the important thing, because at the end of the day, you do have 3 sons that will not be able to grow up with their mother because their father could not be an adult about the situation. So, yeah, I would definitely like to know what you guys think about this. Like I said, I will list the other video that I did for this story in the description, so you can go check that out, along with the article writer and any other details that is important to this article. I definitely would love to hear from you, so drop down and chop it up with me. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And with that, you guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you watching my video, and I will talk to you later.